A road transport organisation in New Zealand, they have faced abuse, threats and racism after announcing the rebranding featuring Te Reo Maori, and quite rightly so. This could only be achieved, could only be carried out by a company or an organisation with its management so far out of touch. They are so woke, they are so left. In fact, they're so stupid they didn't know that this was not the right moment to make such a move. On September the 15th, the Road Transport Forum announced its new title, La Aotearoa Transporting New Zealand, as a way to embrace the mood and culture of Aotearoa, Chief Executive Nick Leggett said. Well, as far as I can say to you, Nick, I know nothing about you, but I have seen a picture of you. There's a photograph of you here, and you are the absolute epitome of a woke. You look like a woke. You talk like a woke. Everything about you is woke. You're probably so far left that you don't even know that you're walking around in circles. This is Nick Leggett, who is the Chief Executive of the Road Transport Forum. But when the name change was announced on social media, Leggett said the organisation was bombarded with angry and aggressive comments. And quite rightly so, you dopey prick, because that's all you are, and your directors are absolutely out of touch with how people are feeling out here at the moment of this bullshit, this woke bullshit. They accuse the organisation of turning woke, rubbish and a PC joke. The more racist and offensive comments have been deleted from the page, Leggett said. Well, that is the reaction of the average Kiwi. They are sick of this bullshit. They're sick of wokes like you and people like you who, as we said before, are so far left, all you do is you walk around in circles, and you have lost touch with the way that Kiwis really think and what motivates Kiwis. I don't think it was controversial move in any way. This is what this woke idiot, this Leggett said. He didn't think it was controversial move in any way and was surprised by the nasty, threatening and racist language used. Well, you stupid tit. You put in a racist language into the name of your organisation, and you're wondering why you got such a backlash? He said the negative feedback had been distressing and showed a side of Aotearoa he didn't like. Well, bully for you, you half-wit. That's all you are. You're a soft-bellied half-wit. You've gone down a track that you think you're being smart. You're all wokish. You're all lefty. Eh? Aren't you? Eh? A great lubber of a dern, I would say. And you're wondering why there's a backlash of the real thinking Kiwi who's sick of this bullshit from people like you. And we don't want to see the use of Te Reo Maori in this type of situation at this moment. We don't need it. We don't want it. In fact, we actually hate the idea that is the majority of New Zealanders. Leggett said he only read a few as they were so vile. Of course they were vile, you bloody half-wit. How do you expect an organisation which we once had great respect for, and you then start calling it by a Maori name? Probably you're going to call on all the experience that the Maoris had in running those great big fleets of waka somewhere or another at one time or another. You're mad. You're absolutely mad, Leggett, and your people who are supporting you are equally as mad. What I did see, however, was pretty abusive and insulting. This is what Leggett said. In response to the commenters, Leggett said, "How does this threaten you? What are you worried about?" What are we worried about? We've got a government who is trying to divide this country down the middle on racist grounds, going for apartheid. This is what this Ardern's government is going for. He actually explains this, and you don't even know that, you wokish idiot. That is what New Zealanders are worried about, is that we've already got a government who's going down the track on apartheid, and you half-wit, have decided to give a Maori name to something very important to your organisation, and people, of course, are pissed off, and you don't understand why they were insulting towards you. You're out of touch, you half-wit. I think a lot of people who aren't engaging in discussions about Te Reo don't realise that there are people out here in Aotearoa like this, but I do believe they are the minority in our country. Are they? You believe anything, mate. You can believe anything you want. You have taken the wrong turn here. And I'll tell you something else. Vodafone has lost so many accounts because of their insistence on using Aotearoa and Kia ora. They have. Because we, the average Kiwi who've worked hard for this country, don't want to see Ardern turning us into an apartheid society any more than we want to see clowns like you wokish clown-legged, to actually be supporting her and pushing this Te Reo Maori into the name or the title of your organisation at this moment. We're not saying you shouldn't do it in the future, but you have chosen your moment particularly wrong. The answer to this, Leggett, put your name back to where it was. Don't brand your organisation with all that Maori crap. Go back to where it was. Don't apologise. Just quietly go back and put it where it was, and you will know when you finally get your feet on the ground, you stop being bloody wokish and a bloody idiot, you will then realise when the right time will be to change your name of your organisation with Maori. You will know. But at this moment, this is not the time. And it's time that you actually employed someone who understood marketing, and it's time that you employed somebody who knew and felt the feelings out here in New Zealand. Not Aotearoa, but here in New Zealand at the moment. And I hope you've learnt a lesson from this. And anyone watching what happened here, I hope they've all learnt a lesson from this. Don't be silly, don't be stupid, and stop being bloody woke.